Two words that government officials always try to avoid saying are drought's over, even when there's flooding. This winter, Governor Gavin Newsom has continued to declare that the state's in a drought even while proclaiming regional flood emergencies. This just seems contradictory and confusing. How can there be a simultaneous drought and flood? Well, in weather erratic, geographically diverse California, perhaps. And I get it. Emergency proclamations allow victims to cut through bureaucratic red tape so they can drill a new well, obtain a flood repair permit, or receive government aid. But why persist in the fiction that we're still in a statewide drought? It really doesn't matter, I suppose, because ordinary people don't pay much attention to such nonsensical governmentese. It's one small example of why government lacks credibility for so many people. To accept the contention there's still a statewide drought, you need to change the conventional meaning of the word. Of course, we've done that with lots of words in my lifetime. No need to go into that here. The definition of drought that I learned in school is pretty much the same as the ones I found in a Google search: a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall leading to a shortage of water. And a deficiency of precipitation over an extended period of time, resulting in a water shortage. Or simply, drier than normal times. This definitely is not drier than normal times. Storms delivered by atmospheric rivers drenched most of California last month. The Sierra Nevada snowpack is glorious. It grew to 205% of normal as of February 1st, the deepest it has been in 4 decades. Sierra Nevada snow supplies about 30% of California's water. It's the wettest year on record dating back about 40 years, declared Sean de Guzman, snow survey manager for the State Department of Water Resources. One of the wettest 3-week periods on record in California, the Department of Water Resources proclaimed in a statement. But it's still a drought. When I checked the Department of Water Resources website last week, Los Angeles's precipitation for this point in the rainy season was 156% of normal. In San Diego, it was 138%. Riverside was roughly average, 104%. Other readings, moving north, Bakersfield 128%, Fresno 156%, Paso Robles 160%, Monterey 159%, San Francisco 158%, Stockton 191%, Lake Tahoe 185%, and, in Newsom's backyard, Sacramento 132%. There's no single thing that determines when a drought is over, says Lisa Lane-Major, spokesperson for the State Natural Resources Agency. She acknowledged that it's entirely possible the drought is over in some parts of the state. Government seems to have narrowed its definition of drought to just a shortage of water, no matter how much Mother Nature gives us. We're using more water than we can capture and still protect what's left of California's natural environment. The water shortage is particularly acute in the agriculture-rich San Joaquin Valley. There are groundwater basins that have been depleted by overpumping, Lane-Major notes. Wells have gone dry, and are going dry. But don't blame the drought. Blame agriculture for excessive pumping and the government for allowing it to happen. Agriculture uses 80% of California's developed water. Farmers will be helped this summer by increased surface water. California's largest reservoir, Shasta, has risen to 58% of capacity, which is still only 86% of average for this time of year. But the second biggest, Oroville, is at 68%, or 114% of normal. Other major reservoirs, Folsom is half full, which is above normal. San Luis is 2/3 full, or nearly normal. All the biggies are expected to fill by summer or come close. But state officials won't allow themselves to become optimistic. We know from experience how quickly snowpack can disappear if dry conditions return, says Department of Water Resources Director Carla Namath. Okay, but Mother Nature wouldn't be so cruel as to suddenly stop raining this winter. Would she? Whatever. For now, let's be straight with people and acknowledge that the drought's over.